Chris, you talk about you don't like bonds, but you like Wellington and Wellesley. What's up with that? I'm just being facetious. The people who say it aren't saying it like that. I am, though. It's kind of funny. Let's talk about that. And again, I've said this a couple times, but I'll say it again. There's two parts of investing. And if you're wondering why I'm focusing on the window instead of on my beautiful, beautiful yellow teeth, is because for some reason when it focuses on me, there's a lot of feedback that makes it hard to hear. Anyway, so there's two things. So remember, you got the accumulation phase, which I am still in. I'm still in the accumulation phase, which means I'm adding to my portfolio, adding to my portfolio, adding to my portfolio. So the markets go up and down just doesn't concern me all that much. Now, it will concern me if the market was way down when I got laid off, or no one ever followed me again on YouTube and I made no money for the rest of my life and all that. That sucked. The likelihood of that happening is not high, i.e. that we have a market decline simultaneously. I get a big, I get laid off from YouTube. YouTube cancels me. You guys cancel me. No one ever talks to me again. I mean, it happens, but I'm willing to take that risk. And another reason I'm willing to take that risk, for every $100,000 you have, I always look at it like this. What if that $100,000 was down to $70,000? Would I be able to, given the unlikelihood of this occurring, would I be able to handle that? And I think so. I think it's worth the risk, worth taking for sure. The ace in the hole is I can always dig ditches. You know what I'm saying? Charlotte can still work more in a higher paid job if she needs to, excuse me. That's always it. It's the ace in the hole, ace up your sleeve, whatever it is. Jack of diamonds, Jack of diamonds, Jack of diamonds on high. No, dry whiskey on high. If I don't have some dry whiskey, I might just well die. Jack of diamonds, Jack of diamonds. I can't remember how the rest of that song goes. Michael Murphy Montgomery, I think is his name, where he sang cowboy songs. Pretty good album, actually, from many, many years ago. Anyway, so let's go back to the real thing at hand. All right, so that was Angelic singing it, of course. So I'm willing to take the gamble that I'm not going to lose my income stream coming in all the time at the same time that we get a huge market decline. I'm willing to take that risk. Should you? I don't know. It completely depends on what your circumstances are and your situation. I don't have 6 months of cash. And the reason I don't is because I have everything invested. I want to take advantage of a growing equity market as much as I possibly can. That's a risk. That's the thing when you're investing in equities, is that you're taking a risk that you could wake up one day 30 to 40% for the poorer. Cross-country guy running with his short shorts. Never understood why cross-country guys have those short shorts. Not a very manly look, that's for sure. But anyway, so I'm willing to take that risk. So I'm in the accumulation phase. You don't have bonds in the accumulation phase. Bonds don't grow. I'm going to do a video later tonight where I'm just going to tell you where I don't think I know how the whole basis of the 4% rule is structured incorrectly. Doesn't mean it's a bad theory, but it is structured wrong. And I find that to be somewhat disturbing, and I can't believe no one has pointed this out. Oh man, that smells like the seawater, but it's not. Oh man, I tell you, the ocean, there's nothing better than the ocean smell in a spring day. Oh, that smelled like Maine. I just smelled some seawater. Oh man, I don't know what it was. Might be a sewer. I don't know, but man, it smelled good. All right, so when you're in decumulation, all right, you're retired and you're living on your assets, man, it's a whole different ball game, amigos. That's a whole different ball game, because you aren't plugging money in. You're literally taking money out. You're taking money out. And so when you're taking money out, you get a 54% decline in stocks. Your goose is cooked, man. You can't have that. You can't have that. So if you're in decumulation phase, Wellington or Wellesley are going to work just fine, without question. Wellington, the most it's ever down was 37% from October 2007 to March 9th of 2009. Wellesley, I think it was 17% during that same time frame. The Wellington, I should say, was down 37%, where the Wellesley was 18%, I believe. Is that going to be will that set you back? Yeah. Will wreck your retirement? Probably not. Probably not. The Wellesley certainly would not if that were happening to you at 17%. It just wouldn't. Now, don't forget, you can always tighten your belt. That's the thing I think a lot of people overlook is you can always tighten your belt, man. My goodness. You just, instead of taking that $10,000 trip, just freaking, tighten your belt. Fasten up a little bit and don't do that. That's the difference. Decumulation and accumulation. Two completely different facets. All right, so part 2 of this is, I thought you don't like bonds anyway. I generally don't. I'm starting to have a different opinion on this, actually. I'll do this video later today, but I like cash. Cash is always better, in my opinion, because cash is liquid. Cash you have access to. Bonds are not liquid. Bonds you don't have access to, and bonds can drop like a ton of bricks, where cash won't. And so I'm going to show you later in a video I do tonight, is I'm going to look at the 10-year Treasury bond versus the 1-year Treasury bill. And this is what Bengen was basis, and I presume the Trinity study will look, but Bengen I know was basing the 4% rule on the intermediate government bonds, essentially 10-year Treasury. And I'm going to show you why I think that's not a good way to approach this. But anyway, so the 1-year Treasury bill essentially is short-term money. It's cash, essentially. You know what I'm saying? It's like what you can get your share savings account and all that stuff. So I'll show you that later on. So hang tight. All right, we'll see you.